Any questions from there? So look at this here, this shape,
Mm-hmm.
this graph. So the vertex is basically the lowest point of the graph.
Okay.
Let me bring it back up. The vertex could be up, depending on the graph. So it's the highest point in this case, the highest point of the graph, or if the graph goes up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the vertex again. Or the graph goes up, then this is the vertex here, the lowest point of the graph. It's a point.
So it's the middle point, right? Where the
yes, that's the middle. It
okay.
splits, yeah. The line here splits the graph into two equal parts. So that point, the bottom, or sometimes it's at the top, that's what we call the vertex. So he has x -3 and y -2. Okay, so that's the vertex of a graph. So if you go to the questions, just tells you to say what the vertex is. Yeah, so for example, for these.
So that would be 2, right?
So the vertex, what is the vertex? The coordinates.
So that would be.
Grab a pen. Okay, here it is. So this is the vertex here.
x2?
So x is 2. That's right. And what's the y of that point?
Oh, that's what I got confused. The y is -4?
No, this point.
No.
That,
You see? x2 and
so x is 2. If you drop it over the y to find the y, if you drop it over the y, what's the y here?
0.
Say it again?
0.
That's right. Okay, so that's the vertex. What about this one? What's the vertex?
That's gonna be x. Yeah, x -2.
Mm-hmm.
Y is gonna be 0.
Also 0. That's right. That's point B. Okay, so that's basically, if you look at it, it's basically this point. So if you look at the function, so what is it? Okay, so let me scroll down. And each one, see the graph could be up or down. Each one has a vertex. The question here says
match each quadratic function.
Yeah, so each one has its own vertex.
So what is that A, B, C, D to do with that?
So these, so you look at these graphs.
Mm-hmm.
They each function from here. Each one of each has a vertex from here.
Meaning it's gonna give us has to give us the result of what we got, right?
That's right. That's right. So each one of these will give you one of these.
So we gotta resolve it. Yeah.
For example, this one. So the vertex we know for this one, for example, is
x. So x is 2.
X is 2, and y
is 1.
No.
Is 0.
Not
no.
0.
Wait, x is 1. Y 1.
So the x is 2. What is the y? If you drop it over the y-axis, what would the y be?
Oh no, it is 2.
No, this is the x, right? X, you drop it over the x-axis. The y-axis. So if you drop this point over the y-axis, what is the?
I get confused. It's -1.
-1. Okay, -1. There's a way to see this on the in the function. So which one of these have -1?
A and C.
A and C. Okay, but which one matches this? Which one has -2? Both have
A. A because
right.
2 is positive. We don't have -2.
That's right. So this looks like this, but actually it is not this one, it's this one. The negative is the same, okay? But when we go to this one, it has to be the opposite of this. It can't be the same. So this looks exactly the same, but actually this is not this one. These have to be opposite. If you have 2 here, the other one has to be -2. Okay, so
Oh, so it has to be opposite?
it's opposite. This has to be the same, this the number here, but this number with next to the x is the opposite. So this one actually matches this one. I know it may not make a sense, but that's actually how it works. In fact, this one is for this one. Even though you see 2 here, you may be tempted to say this is the same as this, but it's not. These have to be opposite, but this one needs to be the same. Okay, so C, this is basically C. And for the other ones, you can do the same thing. So we already have the vertex on each one. Just have to write the vertex here. For example, for this one, for B, what is the vertex?
For B,
Yes,
it
what is
has
X
to
and Y?
be -2
Uh-huh,
and 1.
exactly. So this doesn't change. You take the opposite of this. So that's the vertex of this. And which one matches these? You got to go to the graph and read them from the graph. You'll see which one matches, okay?
Okay.
So already did a
Now I
couple of
got
them.
it. So
That's
now I understand the dropping on the Y. Okay.
so that's probably what you had issues with last time.
Yes, because I
Because that's
couldn't understand.
yeah, because that's basically you know, plotting points. I assumed everybody knows. You know, I assumed what everybody knows how to get the coordinates. For example, you go for A, this is probably 3, and this is maybe 4. So this is something that we, I don't know if you took math 2, but something that we learned in math 2. So I assumed when I just go.
I'm old, so I don't remember.
It's not, no, it has nothing to do with learning. No, that has nothing. And you do not look old at all. They did not.
It's been a long time I didn't use math, that's why.
So that's why sometimes I, you know, some concepts I just assume everybody knows them, so we go to the next one.
Got it.
So each point has an x and a y. So for example, here 3 and 4. Okay, so that's one of the things we did last time. So we just get the vertex. Also here, you can find the vertex. For example, let's do this one. What is the vertex, for example, of this, any one of these equations here? Let me clear.
That will be 5.
Exactly, and?
-8.
That's right. That's it. That's what the vertex is.
Ooh, I'm
Here
rocking
also,
with this.
that's right. Here, the vertex.
That would be -2.
Okay.
Plus 5.
That's it. So if you ask you to find a vertex or find it on the graph, just
From
look
the
at
19, then that's the. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me see. And what if this doesn't have those numbers here? It doesn't have a plus.
So, but it has to be the opposite, right? So
So
you
this
can
one,
just put.
yeah. So this it does have, yeah, exactly. It has to be the opposite. If you don't see something there to have the opposite, and there's nothing here, so that's basically like this. So what is the vertex here?
3, -3.
No, there's no -3, just 3x to the second. So basically, we don't have that number. We don't have something like this. We don't have something like this. If you don't have those, so that means those are 0, 0. So that's your vertex.
0, 0.
Okay, because you don't see them. It's not like this. It only has one thing. So if you can't see a number to get the opposite of it, you can see that number here. So that's basically where you say the vertex is 0, 0. Same thing here. See, we don't have plus, minus. What a previous example. That was the other questions we did last time. Graph, blah, 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 blah. And symmetry, gathering, domain range. So we already have the vertex. So this says graph. So we have to graph the parabola first and then get the vertex, which already did. The vertex, you can get it from the equation itself, or you can get it from the graph.
So if this is positive 0, 0, there's no graphing in that one, right?
No, it is. There is a graph. We're going to do it right now. Basically, the lowest point is this. The lowest point is 0. That's the vertex. But let's get the graph accurately. Okay, so yeah, so the graph will look like this. Or if you want to find the actual graph, this is what you do. You're going to need the table. So whenever you want to graph a function, we need some points.
Mm-hmm.
To find the points, you start a little table with x and y.
X and Y.
Just take some values here, maybe 1, 0, -1. You could do more, but at least 3
Mm-hmm.
to find the graph. So then you plug this into the function. What is f of, if you plug 1 here, f of 1? You put 1 here and 1 here, it will be
2.
f of 1 will be 3 times 1. 1 to the second is 1.
Oh,
Okay?
okay.
If you plug here 1, 3 times 1 will be 3. What if you plug 0 here? What would this be? If you plug 0 into the function f of 0, you plug 0 here, this,
That would be 3.
but 3 times 0. If you plug
Mm-hmm.
3 times 0 will be
0.
0. Now, what if you plug -1 here?
-1
You will have a -1 to the second. What's -1 to the second?
is gonna be +2.
That's right. Positive 1. Positive.
I'm bad with signs. +1.
-1 to the second would be positive, because -1 times -1 would be just
Mm-hmm.
1. And if you times 3 on 1, would be
+1
3.
times 3 is 2.
Okay, so let's put that in here. Okay, so that's how you graph a function. Just put some x's, plug them carefully, get your y's. Now these points will go into this graph. Let's start with the first point, 1, 3. How do you graph this point 1, 3?
So x is gonna be 1
That's right, which is here.
and y is gonna be 3.
You're gonna go up to 3.
Going up, yep.
That's right, that's the first point. Second one, 0, 0. Where do you find x0 and y0?
In the middle.
That's right, the origin on the middle of the center.
That's the vertex.
Okay, then
And
-3,
then
-1.
negative 1 in the x.
And
And then 3.
then go up. See, that's the graph. It's starting to take shape.
Like a little U.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you do more points here, you will see, like, for example, point here, point here. And so
Oh,
it's a U. It's not a straight line. So when you do it, make sure it's curved.
okay.
It's like this. Careful, just sketch it like this. Not exactly that. Might be a little hard. So this is like that. And this is, you
Perfect.
see, the vertex.
The vertex.
Yeah, so you can see it from the graph, or you can read it from the function as we did earlier. So that's the vertex. And axis of symmetry is this line in the middle. Axis of symmetry is basically this line, the x, this x here. So the axis of symmetry is x0.
x0. Symmetry is x0. Okay.
Basically this is the axis. Symmetry is x. Whatever the number here is, you say equal to 0, x equal to that number, that would be the axis of symmetry. Then the domain is basically this. All the numbers we can plug. We can plug any number we want. Maybe we took only 3, but we can plug any real number because the graph doesn't stop here. It keeps going up. So this goes to infinity. The other one goes to also to -infinity. So the domain is basically any number like this.
Okay.
Because this extends in both directions. So x 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. As this one goes up, the x goes up. And in this direction, -1, -2, -3. As the x goes to the left, it goes to infinity. So -1, -2. As this goes up, the x goes to -infinity. So that's the domain. The last thing is the range, or the values of y. Look at this graph and tell me the y's start from one point and go where? This is the y-axis. For our graph, the values of y was
303.
303. So basically the vertex, that's the starting point of the graph, and then the y's go up, right? There's no y down here, unless the graph was going down. So the range, which is the values of y. So this is the values of x, the values of y. They
So
start
it's going to be the same thing, infinity, right?
0 to where?
Infinity?
That's right. It does not stop here because the y is here is positive. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no negatives here. So that's why the y does not go here. It starts from here, including the 0, and it goes to infinity. So this is the domain. and this is a range, 0 to positive infinity. Okay, so you can graph the function. So you need to do all of these because that's what the question says, not just the vertex as we did earlier. Graph the parabola, take a few x's, 3 to 5, take at least 5, positives, negatives, and 0. Find the y, put those in a graph, see the shape of the graph, and you'll see the vertex from it. Could be going down. If it's going down, then this is a vertex. If it's going up like this, that's a vertex. The domain, see how if the x stops here or not. It does not stop. It keeps extending in both directions, here and here, so it's all the real numbers. And the y is basically from the lowest point or the highest point to the direction which the graph is going. For example, here from 0 all the way up, or if it's going down, it will be from 0 or whatever the vertex is to infinity, going down to infinity.
Okay.
Okay, that's basically for it for all these here, all these questions. So if it says find only the vertex, this says, let's say here, it says find the vertex only, not graph. Forget about the graphing and everything. For no graph, just this. What is the vertex of this? Just by looking at it.
It is -2, -1.
Exactly. If the question was find the vertex, but if it says graph, find this and find that, then you have to do the other.
Then I do the x, y in the
yeah, that's right. At least for now, you know for a fact that the vertex is this. So when you graph, if your graph doesn't have this as a vertex, it means your graph is wrong. Okay. So this should match your graph. So -2 and -1, -2, -1 will be here. So this is the vertex. And then could be either going down or it could be going up, depending on the function. So your vertex must be this number, must be here the same as this. And depending on your table and the points, could be up or down. But at least you have an idea now. It's going to be this. So
yes, right? that was the problem I got about the vertex. It was like bad, but now I got it.
All right. So this, yeah. So all these pretty much the same. But sometimes you see there's always examples here. Let's say scroll up. Okay. So for this problem, you see graph, blah blah, all this stuff, and if you look at these examples, should be similar, should be very, very similar. You just change a number here. For example, they change this to 5 or something, and they give you something very similar. So take advantage of that before you do the problem. Look at the example or also the videos. I
do. I try to do that as much as you don't think how many times I've been watching and do it at the same time, the homework.
I see. So yeah, I understand. Yeah, just you know, try.
But this helped me a lot because now I have a clue and I know what I'm doing now. Because
self-studying can be a little difficult, but with this online thing, you know, a lot of it has to be done, you know, on your own. I wish we hadn't done the actual classrooms like before.
Yes.
The resource, it's faster. We cover a lot of things, but with this clumsy stuff and the technology. You see my handwriting here, so we try to do as much as we can.
You do a great job.
I mean, I'm learning. I was terrible in the beginning, but I believe it changed a lot.
Yep, you're doing a great job. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No problem. So just continue studying, and on Friday, we'll continue.
You said we're gonna do the review, right? The page that you said that we're supposed to review.
The final review.
The final, yeah.
Yeah, I think I posted. Did I?
Yeah, you did. So would you say working on that and then make sure all the homeworks are sent out? And that's what we're going to be doing.
You'll have to post a couple of homeworks, 19 and 20. The last two. I haven't posted them yet, so I will let you work on these ones first. Friday, we'll put the last two homeworks. But you can start working on the review sheet. You can start working on it right now.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to complete the homework, the 17, and then I'll send it.
Yeah, we have 20 days left. So basically, we're going to spend those 20 days just finishing up all the homeworks. We're only going to have 2 more, and that's it. 2 more on Friday, and the review sheet. So going to complete everything.
Perfect. Try to be nice in the final with that.
So it's going to be, it's not bad. It's not much different from what we do in class.
And if we're going to go over of the questions on from the review, then it's going to help us a lot.
I'll let you finish it up first. Try it on your own, the whole thing. Also give you extra credit if you do it. And then each section has similar questions. So each section's going to do probably at least a couple from each section. It's 100 questions, but only 20 or 25 will be in the final.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, no problem. I'll see you again on Friday.
Definitely. Yes.
Enjoy your day. Just study, take notes, and don't worry. Everything's gonna be fine. Okay. No
Thank
reason
you.
to panic about anything.
Yes, thank you. You don't know. It helped me a lot with your email. I was like,
I
let me
understand.
relax.
No, don't worry about it. You're not the only one. I have each class. I have a couple of students who need extra help like this, but that's not a problem. We're here to help. Okay.
Thank you, Professor.
No problem. No problem. Take care. Okay. I'll see you
You
on Friday.
too.
All right.
Bye-bye.